Hello, everybody, and welcome to SoFi Stadium, the host of Thursday Night Football in week number 5, as the 2-2 San Francisco 49ers take the field led by Brock Purdy. Taking on today the 1-3 Los Angeles Rams, led by Matthew Stafford. Rams picked up their first win of the season last week against the unbeaten 3-0 Indianapolis Colts. It was a terrific defensive effort that saw the Rams turn over Anthony Richardson twice, including a game-sealing scoop and score. As for San Francisco, began the year 0-2. They have won their last 2 games and are looking to give above 500 with a victory here today against their fierce rival in the NFC West in recent history. Should be one heck of a game between 2 prolific franchises in the history of the NFL. It'll be the Niners to begin on the offensive end as we are underway from Inglewood. And the Niners will bring the ball out from inside the 5. Good return out to the 29-yard line. And out comes Brock Purdy. As we welcome everybody joining me here today, Santoriu, Silver Knight, John Zeller, diehard Fitz fan in the house, and everybody else joining me throughout. Did catch wind of that McLaurin trade request. Pretty crazy things there in Washington. Final pick'em total number 37. Split today 21-16 in favor of San Francisco. 49ers begin on the offensive end as Brock Purdy sets Christian McCaffrey in motion. Backpedals, now fires outside, caught by the tailback, and he will pick up 3 as we meet the Niner starting offense. Brock Purdy, a $200 million man at quarterback this season. Christian McCaffrey, Isaac Guerrero in the backfield. Brandon Ayuk, Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall at wide receiver, George Kittle, and Luke Farrell at the tight end. McCaffrey picks up 3 on the opening play. Purdy on a 2nd and 7, going to give him a handoff, and he goes the wrong way. Quentin Lake on its TFL for 5. As we meet now the Ram defense, Brandon Fiske, Kobe Turner, Puna Ford, Tyler Davis on the defensive line, Byron Young, Troy Reader, Omar Spates, Sharon Burst linebacker, Darius Williams, Akella Witherspoon, Quentin Lake at corner, Cameron Curl, and Cameron Kinchins at the safety positions. Rams trying to get off the field on a 3rd and 12. Purdy rolls left into a sack, upended, and he'll lose 9. Rams are riding their momentum as Brandon Fisk runs in circles to celebrate the occasion. One of us what a bolt tray. Good to have you guys here as well. Big game, opening game of the pick'em. Nearly a 50-50 split. We had, I think, 5 games of the 14 that are less than 5 votes apart. As the Niners will begin with a punt off their opening drive. Thomas Morstead boots this away, and a fair catch called for at the 39-yard line. Matthew Stafford's afternoon begins 61 yards away from the end zone. Yeah, apologies on Tuesday night. Just got a little bit busy there, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't want to be screaming at 11:30 at night, so we'll save it. Run a little doubleheader on Saturday with the Browns-Vikings. Should be a good one in London there. 2nd week in a row, Minnesota's playing overseas. Got the win last week against Pittsburgh. Here goes Stafford downfield, caught by Puka Nacua across the 50. And the Rams offense off to a hot start. What up, Eggs Off? What up, A-Rod and Retro? As we meet the Ram offense, Matthew Stafford at QB1. Jimmy Garoppolo was backup. Kyron Williams, Blake Corum at running back. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Tutu Atwell at wide receiver. Tyler Higbee and the rookie, Terrence Ferguson at tight end. Stafford under center on 1st and 10. Will hand off to Williams, trying to bounce it outside, and he meets the open arms of Fred Warner. And now we meet the Niner defense for today. Michael Williams, Nick Bosa, Kevin Givens, Jordan Elliott on the defensive line. Nick Martin, Fred Warner, D. Winters at linebacker. Trey Brown, Renardo Green, Diamador Lenore at corner. Malik Mustafa and Jairi Brown at safety. What a Vikings fan. Matthew Stafford from a shotgun formation on 2nd and 10. Backpedal's now going to fire down the field, and he's intercepted. Left that one behind his open target, and the Niners get the takeaway. Wow, that was a terrible pass. Thought for sure that was a touchdown, but to no avail. How about that? Matthew Stafford had a wide open walk-in touchdown, but he underthrew his target severely, and Trey Brown comes away with the takeaway. How about it? That was Britton Covey, by the way, going down the depth chart. That is about wide receiver 6 on the Rams side of things offensively. So that is something else. Jimmy G against his old team. True, a little mini revenge game there. Want to see DJU play today? Hey, man. Who do we got, Lions or Chargers tonight? What are we thinking? Just like that, San Francisco back to square one. Purdy from the 30, checked out, caught by Kittle. And that's a 3-yard pickup. So neither team's opening possession goes according to plan. Niners go 3 and out and lose about 11. And the Rams turn it over on their opening possession. Chargers going to win? We'll see. Lions, I like it. Kittle picks up 3 on his opening catch of week 5 as Purdy going to loft one right back to him. This one goes for 5. His second catch of the young evening. What up, Notion Time? Yeah, apologies again for an early stream. This time, don't get too used to 7 o'clock. Just because we got the Hall of Fame game, I want you guys to be able to tune into that. I will be watching. Can't miss it at all. Open playbook here on 3rd and 2. The handoff goes to McCaffrey. Finds a seam and finds a first down. That is a pickup of 3. What up, EG Pro? Rams are 2-2 for you. 10-7 loss to the Eagles. 13-10 win over the Colts. A lot of defensive football. Can't lie there. When Shelley gets in here, I'll have him let you guys know who you have if you have questions on that. San Francisco picks up their opening first down of week 5. Handoff goes to Brandon Ayuk from the backfield, and he'll pick this one up running the football. 21-yard pickup, as his status as of late not looking very good for the 2025 season. Maybe put on the physically unable to participate list, which would have him out until about week 5. And rough estimates say from his season-ending injury last year, he should be back for this one. 21-yard pickup, though. Niners into enemy territory for the first time. Handoff to McCaffrey. Plunges up the middle and picks up 7. Got to admire the open playbook of San Francisco. Mixing up their backfield, making life comfortable for Brock Purdy. Santorio always tuning in through work. Got to appreciate it. Fullback Kyle Juszczyk checks in here on a 2nd and 3 as the backup tight end goes in motion. Here's Purdy with the handoff to McCaffrey. Tries to go outside and no daylight. Byron Young makes the tackle and forces the second third down of the possession. We are near the second quarter. Nobody has put up points just yet. Could that change here? We will have to see. No targets yet for Ricky Pearsall, the second-year wide receiver, as Purdy from an empty backfield, 3rd and 3, down the middle, caught by McCaffrey inside the red zone. So CMC continues to be the dual threat target that he was last week in their second of 2 consecutive victories. Under 4 to play now in the first quarter. Winner of this will likely be atop the NFC West. San Francisco currently holding that position. Win over Arizona in week 3, proving crucial. Another handoff to McCaffrey. This one goes for 2. Not a whole lot there. Rams doing a very good job playing the rush. Does CMC play all 17 this season? No. I don't know that there's going to be a lot of players that play all 17, aside from quarterbacks, obviously. And even they might have an exception. Here goes Purdy from the 17. George Kittle this time in motion. Pre-snap. Purdy down the middle, caught by Ayuk. That's a 5-yard pickup. And San Francisco has been living in these 3rd and short scenarios much of the day. Tackle made there by Omar Spates. Had the interception last week on Anthony Richardson. And the Rams' slight victory to get their first win of the year. Fans hopeful that could spark something even bigger. Defense trying to make a stop here. 5 on the line of scrimmage on a 3rd and 3. Brock Purdy again stands tall, finds his tight end Kittle, and he scurries his way inside the 10. It's a first down. Niners get 6 when they needed 3. I'm hyped. At this rate, we actually might end stream before the Hall of Fame game even starts. That is my goal. 18 people here, by the way. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Let me know who you have in your pick'em for week 5. 3 tight end set, which means the handoff goes to CMC, but he will go no further than 3 feet ahead of the line of scrimmage. Second to go. Coming up, Madden 26 ratings, 99 overall. Saw Myles Garrett was in the 99 club again. Things you love to see. Hope the Browns can be decent in Madden 26 next year. Juwan Jennings this time lines up in the slot. No targets for him yet as the handoff goes to McCaffrey, who will find the end zone and open up the scoring in week 5. Things you love to see. CMC dynamite. Niners on the board early. Their second possession a whole lot better than their first. McCaffrey into the end zone. Damian X2 JD with the $10 dono. As a Cardinals fan, I'd honestly hope both these teams lose. Valid. That is why the NFL still has ties, so you can hate watch 2 teams at once. I appreciate the $10 donation, though, my friend. It really does help out. Been an unforgettable July, much like the month of May was a couple of months ago. Extra point up and good for Jake Moody. Niners lead 7-0. Touchdown dono, awesome. Hey, and I have McCaffrey in my fantasy. It doesn't get better. It certainly doesn't. What a drive, though, by the way, from Brock Purdy. 12 plays, 69 yards, 5.5 minutes. At this rate, like I mentioned, we will be up and out of here well before the beginning of the Hall of Fame game. A lot of you, though, have a lot at stake. Don't forget that the top 13 placers in this week's Pick'em got a spot in the MSG Fantasy League, sponsored by yours truly. So, the split today, 21-16 in favor of San Francisco. They're off to a good start. Rams, though, will look to respond as soon as possible, beginning from the 27-yard line. Out comes Matthew Stafford. Interception on his opening drive. Only Jordan Love has more this season, as he continued his streak with an interception in every week. Last week, in the final minute of action against the Dallas Cowboys in their near loss on Sunday Night Football. That game was a whole lot of fun. Couldn't go wrong with it. Rams, though, back to business from the 27-yard line. Deep drop back for Stafford. Sets his feet, fires at a completion. Nothing available downfield, despite having 5 targets. $1:28 left to go now in the first quarter. Damian 2X becomes the 26th all-time donator on the channel with that $10 donation. 2 bodies in the backfield here. Looks like Davante Adams joins Stafford as the pressure's coming. Swing pass out there to Williams, and he'll still lose a yard. 3rd and 11 coming up, and Damian X2 with another $5 dono. If the Rams score a field goal, I'll donate again. If they score 6, I'll donate something exciting. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Much love to you. What up, Bjorn? How we doing, my friend? Stafford again from the empty in the final minute of the first quarter. Sets his feet again, got good protection, goes downfield, and a big-time hit delivered. Davante Adams pays the price. Looks like D. Winters deliver the hit. What up, Jet Kev? Appreciate it, man. Glad I could entertain as the offseason slowly coming to a close with the preseason starting up today. Punt coming up here for Ethan Evans as the Rams' second possession, no better than their first. Punt going to be returned from the 33 up to the 39-yard line, and Brock Purdy with a short rest break back to it. Trying to get the Niners a 2-score lead here just before the second quarter. Niners have looked eons better this week, in the last couple of weeks actually, than they did the first few. Flat-footed to begin weeks 1 and 2. That win over Arizona, though, sparked something in this team. Hand off to McCaffrey again. Shut down, no gain. Averaging less than 2 yards a carry. Byron Young makes the tackle. Same Rams team, by the way, that gave up nearly 200 yards rushing to Saquon Barkley. That was 2 weeks ago in their Week 3 loss. Kept it close, though. Offense played well. Just seems like both sides of the football never on the same page for L.A. Purdy on 2nd and 10. Big chased and sacked by Jared Verse. And the end of the first quarter finishes with a bang in favor of Los Angeles, the reigning Defensive Rookie of the Year, trying to make a Defensive Player of the Year candidacy. And he will end the first quarter on that note. It's the Niners 7, the Rams nothing at the end of one. And so here we go. 3rd and 20. A mile to go for San Francisco. Purdy steps right now, looking to take off, going to step up and gain minimal yardage. The tackle is made by Byron Young. Damian with another $2. All right, chat, you got to listen to the man. He's paying. I think this is a pretty good time, by the way, to mention that I stream for absolutely free. YouTube pays me plenty, and you guys are more than welcome to watch and endure the occasional ad that YouTube throws your way. But, of course, generosity, much appreciated. Thomas Morstead puts his right foot through this one once again, and a defensive affair continues. Rams take over at their own 27-yard line. Well, and Damian X2, in his first appearance, will already enter himself into the top 10 all-time donation list based on today alone. How about that? What a game in Lab HD. Rams will take over. Still trying to find their first points here in week number 5 as the home fans await. Handoff goes to Williams, and he's tackled by a couple of Niners there. Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, the anchors of this San Francisco defense. Well, we thought for a while there might be some time where Myles Garrett would be heading over to the West Coast, joining Nick Bosa. Would have been an absolutely devastating defense to deal with for those NFC West teams. Rams, though, can rest assured that is not the case yet. In the year 2025, handoff to Williams again. Fred Warner right there to meet him. That's a 2-yard pickup. Let me check here. SM, you have the Niners. So you're off to a hot start in this one. 3rd and 4 on the way. I picked the Rams and McCaffrey. I didn't know I did that. Well, that's understandable. Matthew Stafford with 2 receivers left and right as San Francisco rushes 4. Stafford trying to find an open target near sideline, finds Tyler Higbee as he runs through defenders, picks up 11. That'll work out nicely. Rams back on the right path. And there you have it. Damian X2 becomes an MSG member on the 31st of July, ironically, the same day of the month everybody else joined last month, or 2 months ago. Stafford again from an empty pocket. On 1st and 10 this time, backpedals. Got to be very wary of Nick Bosa, and he wasn't scared enough. 13-yard loss on the play. And now the Niners defense opens up. Michael Williams was right there with them too. Do you towards top 13 for the pick'em? I am excluded from that, don't worry. My performance this week has no impact on you guys, rest assured. 2nd and 23. SoFi Stadium has gone nearly silent as the handoff goes to Williams, trying to get back some lost yardage, and he is clotheslined. D. Winters and Jairi Brown once again with a big-time hit. Wow. One heck of a play there defensively. Cardinals have had some pretty good weeks here. Kind of cooled off toward the end of the last few weeks, but it's all good. 5 receivers to pick out for Matthew Stafford on 3rd and 18, going for it all downfield, and it's incomplete. Looking for his running back, Kyron Williams, probably the last guy you should look for on a 30-yard streak. Safeties of San Francisco do their job again as another stop for this Niner defense. Ethan Evans on for the punt as he will look to step and put his foot through this one, getting it away. And a return actually going to be taken from the 20, almost called for a fair catch there, out to the 28-yard line. Damian X2 with another $2 dono. Well, the all-time dono list, I'm not going to lie, it's quite a stretch. I will read it out to you momentarily as I update yours in the all-time donation list. We have 3 people over $100 donated, and Chile and John Zeller over 200 in donations, minus the memberships. What up, King Chevalier? 6.5 to go in the opening half. San Francisco trying to find their stride offensively once again. Jawan Jennings, that's his first catch. Omar Spates wraps him up after a 9-yard pickup. We've got 19 people in here. Don't forget to like this stream if you haven't yet already. We can get more awesome people in here, like Damian X2. And we are getting a ton of bots in here today, aren't we? Holy cow. Hate to see it. 2nd and 1 should be a rushing down for Christian McCaffrey. Purdy, though, has different ideas and nearly paid the price for his creativity. Should have been picked. 2 hands on the football for Darius Williams. Did not work out, though. Early today because of the Hall of Fame game at 8 o'clock. How about it? Brock Purdy now, after his near interception, was in the pistol. Now motions out McCaffrey. 5-man rush. Pass goes downfield. Wide open George Kittle flying up the sideline. Down at the 25. Brock Purdy with a very nice elevation in his passing yard statistics with a catch and run for number 85. Things you love to see right there. David X2, let me know if you want the link to the Discord. Could have you involved in some more member stuff. Rams showing a full house being brought here. On 1st and set, outside pass, one-handed catch for Kittle, showing off here in Inglewood. Light Kittle action, as they would say. Not too far from Hollywood. Fastest tight end in Madden, good question. I don't know. 7-yard pickup there for Kittle. Ball back to McCaffrey on the ground, tries to cut inside, denied there. Good tackle made after a 1-yard pickup. 3rd and short upcoming. What up, members? Can't wait to see the rookies in the preseason. Hey, man, it's going to be great. I love preseason. It is a very nice time of year. Can't go wrong with it. Bottom half of the 2nd quarter. Starting to get loud once again inside of SoFi. Quick pass outside, caught by Kittle, and a conversion. Only a pickup of 3, but they just needed 2. Jonnu Smith the fastest? Is he? You think so? He could be. Not going to deny that whatsoever. I don't know. I feel like David Njoku could be up there as well. San Francisco inside the 15 now. Looking for the end zone for the 2nd time is McCaffrey. Makes 1-man miss, and he's taken down on the 2nd wave. That's a pickup of 5. Damian X2 with another $5 donation. I'll take the link of the exact amount for the number 1 donator. Hey, is this like tax price? Yeah, this actually might be Mr. Beast, bro. Inside the 10 now. Brock Purdy will fire inside. Pass is caught. Ricky Pearsall hangs on. Inches short, though, of a conversion. I can't even keep up with all these donos. I try to take photos of all the donos, but I don't know if I can keep up with that at this pace. I will get that to you very soon, though. David X2. 3rd and inches. Rams defense again. Called upon to make a stop with their heels in the end zone. Purdy going to step up and do it himself. Got his own rushing touchdown. Niners extend the lead. How about it? San Francisco finding their stride with their legs. First McCaffrey, then Purdy, as they lead 13-0 on the road in an NFC West battle. Let me check what you're at right now. 10, 15, 17, 19, yeah, 25. Jeez, man. There it is. Niners, though, find it on the offensive end. As Moody's extra point on the way, and it is good. 14-0 lead. Hey, let me find the Discord link. I think maybe Chili said he could not be here for this one, so rest assured I will get that to you real quick. Let me send you an invite to the main channel. Good time for those of you that also have not joined the Discord. Not just open to those that donate, open to absolutely everybody. Join here for some good football talk, scores, schedules, and everything else simulation football. And the link in chat. I don't think this game will end before the Lions-Chargers game does. It was starting to, but you might be right. We'll see. Rams on the return from the 5-yard line. Still held scoreless here through just about 18 full minutes. Return out to the 25-yard line. Another long football field to traverse for Matthew Stafford. But the exact number for the number one donator on the channel, $214.63 to Jonathan Zeller, and that is without his 2 years of being a member. 2-minute drill time for Matthew Stafford. Rams deficit is double. Blitz coming up the middle. Stafford delivers, takes a hit though. Puka Nacua picks up 9. What a hit from Matthew Stafford. Ate that one like it was a bowl of cereal for breakfast though. Nothing he's not taken in his illustrious career with the Lions and the Rams. Got a Super Bowl here a couple of years ago over the Bengals. Something he is sure to never forget in front of his own fans as well. Hand off to Williams up the middle. That's a first down carry and a pickup of 7. As we hit the 2-minute warning, and we go straight to the other side of it. 59 yards away now from the end zone. Stafford trying to get the Rams their second consecutive win across the middle. That pass is held on to. A 7-yard pickup. And that, I don't even know who that is. Corley, is that what that said? No, Britton Covey. I knew who that was. Score before half would be interesting. Don't forget to stick around for the halftime poll. First of week 5. Time still ticking away here, getting away from Los Angeles as Matthew Stafford sets, fires, finds a target. Davante Adams with a big gainer. That one goes for 22. And the Rams are in business at the Niner 30. Good toss there from Matthew Stafford. Knew he had his man the entire way down the middle of the field. The Rams still not taking a timeout just yet. Don't want to score too fast and give Brock Purdy a chance to rebuttal. Stafford off the play action. Sets, fires again. Wide open. Davante Adams. This one goes for 24. Back-to-back deep catches of 20-plus. Fred Warner a little bit late to the party. This game more than alive and well as the Rams take their opening timeout. First and goal at the 6. Offense is wide awake, so it seems. Kyron Williams this time to the right side of Matthew Stafford, who again looks for a wide receiver. Fires to the end zone, and he finds his tight end, Tyler Higbee. Rams on the board on Thursday night. Good drive there from Matthew Stafford, a veteran in the 2-minute drill, and he shows just how used to it he is. Rams get back right when they needed it. Winner Puka Adams leads in receptions for the Rams. That is why I am not drafting a Rams wide receiver this year. I took Cooper Kupp last year, and in my quarterfinal game of the playoffs, he dropped 0. Granted, that game had terrible weather. Even still, couldn't catch a ball. Extra point for Joshua Carty. Cuts the deficit exactly in half. Good drive there from the Rams. That is a much-needed touchdown just before halftime. Plenty of time, though, for a Niners score. Wouldn't even leave a touchdown out of the question here. 51 seconds in all 3 timeouts. All right. Anyway, team scored a touchdown. Hey, you know what? Rams have a lot more fans than the Chargers. Got to give them credit there. Vikings played back-to-back London games. Actually, their first game in week 4 was in Dublin, Ireland. But yes, 2 international games in a row. Quite wild if you ask me. Fielded return from the 5-yard line. See if San Francisco can salvage a field goal. Or maybe even more before the break. 47 seconds to go for this man right here, Brock Purdy. He really didn't throw the football too much today, though. Going to have to find his arm strength on this possession. Rams trying to get a stop. They could also potentially get the football back, depending on how this drive goes. and maybe score as well, they would probably be more than happy to get to halftime, receiving the football to begin the second half as well. Who'll be scoring that? CMC? Hey, you never know. Brock Purdy opens up this drive once again with an empty backfield. Rams going to rush 5. Pressure gets home late, but just in time. That is an incompletion. 43 seconds left, and the Rams will have to do over defensively. Turnover here could be huge right before halftime. You just never know. 2nd and 10 here for Brock Purdy. Crowd is coming to life once again after that offensive possession. McCaffrey in motion, pass down the middle, caught by CMC. That's an 8-yard pickup. And Damian X2, hold your horses. Hang on. I can't not pause the game for something like this. Do my eyes deceive me? Is that a $200 donation? Holy moly. How do I even react to something like that? Genuinely. Timely received for a #1 new donor. God bless. Use this to help your channel. Amen. Listen, this is the first time I've seen you in my streams. So, like, all I know is that you're a Cardinals fan, you got money, and you got a lot of generosity, brother. Hey, much appreciated. Like, words can't even describe it. Unbelievable, man. Wow. And again, I don't demand your money. Like, you guys absolutely are 100% capable of watching for free. But, dude, that is insane. Damian X2, brother, you're a real one. I hope whatever you desire in life, you find it. Much appreciated, man. Wow. Dude broke the stream. Nah, I had to pause it, man. I can't not, like, get that, pay attention to that a little bit. Man. Holy cow. Might be Mr. Beast undercover. You might be correct. Stream might actually be busted, though. I don't know what's going on with all these cutaway replays. Niners took a timeout right before I stopped it. And it appears we are... I think this has happened before. We should get back to it relatively soon. There we go. Wow. 3rd and 2. 40 seconds to go before halftime. Very important play here for the tug of war in possession. Purdy steps back, throws on the run. Pass is caught by Jawan Jennings. And Omar Speights half a step behind him. Just a bit late. Timeout number 2. Taken by San Francisco. I enjoy football. Hey, man, you and me both. You and me both. Yeah, hey, please let me know in Discord. I'd love to get you in the members-only fantasy league for sure. Get you added into that. Could win a jersey depending on your performance there. San Francisco down to their final timeout. Purdy back down the middle, caught by Jennings again, and he meets an elbow of Omar Speights. Timeout taken by San Francisco, their final. This could bring some disaster into the final possession before halftime. Now, I don't even know what to say, man. I really don't. $200, that's a lot of money. That was my last paycheck for like 4 days of work. Part-time, obviously, but still, wow. San Francisco out of time. Reverse will take us to halftime. The second of the evening for big number 8. And the Rams end it on a high note, just like the end of the first quarter. Don't believe the Niners will ever recover from that in the opening 20. And they will not. It's the Niners 14, the Rams 7 at halftime. Does he get the super chat for eternity? I mean, yeah. At this point, if he could, he should. I mean, good Lord. I can't pin it either, I don't think. Obviously, I absolutely would if I could. Can I pin it? No. It may as well sit there for the rest of eternity, though. Let me get my live poll out to you guys real quick as soon as I can. Wow. Second half is underway from SoFi. Rams on the return from the 3. They get out to the 31. Matthew Stafford delighted to have some good field position here on his opening drive of the third quarter. Down a touchdown. Looking to tie the game up and make things very interesting in the NFC West. If I had to guess, by the way, Damian X2, I'd say you're probably rooting for the Rams today, because a Rams win plus a Cardinals win this week would put Arizona back in first place in the NFC West. That's your best bet if I had to guess. Second half, though, underway from Inglewood. Begins with a handoff to Kyron Williams. Sat down after a 3-yard pickup by Trey Brown, who had the first half interception and the only takeaway thus far in this one. Some people pick the Rams, whole lot of people. 16 to be exact, myself included. Looks like Puka Nacua up top, Devontae Adams down below. Stafford off the play action, and Fred Warner's got him. Second sack of the game for the San Francisco defense. Matthew Stafford taking exception to that kind of tackle, but Fred Warner untouched up the middle, and a veteran middle linebacker like that never going to be stopped. That was a big-time play. Yeah, I didn't even think about having McCaffrey for fantasy and the Rams overall, but hey, we'll see if it works out. Third down and a baker's dozen for Matthew Stafford. Try to carve this defense downfield, through the seams, pass is caught by Britton Covey. I have no idea why this guy's getting so many targets and reps, but it's working out. Couldn't tell you. I mean, I do see Nacua everybody else is out there, all the major wide receivers. No Jordan Whittington, though, who did have a catch last week. Interested to see what his issues are on that Rams sideline. Stafford, though, trying to keep the hand churning downfield. That one picks up 7. Message on Discord got you. I will happily answer that as soon as this stream is over. That is a nice little 7-yard out route. Hoping this game can deliver the entertainment that you paid for, Damian. Not sure there would be any game that could suffice that number of money, but hey, we'll see. Adams again joins Stafford in the backfield. Swing pass goes his direction, and Fred Warner, another big-time defensive play, TFL of 3. Britton Covey wearing a Cooper Kupp jersey number? Yeah, it's like he never left. Never at all. Let's take a look at the live poll here. 56% in favor of San Francisco. Don't forget to get your live votes in. 3rd and 6 from the Niner 42. Matthew Stafford again. Survey, sets, fires deep downfield, incomplete. Looking that time for Devontae Adams, and he overshot him. Nearly led him into another hospital ball. And the Rams are in no man's land right now. Joshua McCarty does not quite have the leg from 59. So we'll see what happens. What up, Curtis? Should be retired? I don't know about retired. As the punt comes up here for Ethan Evans, angles this one out of bounds inside the 15 to the 13. 29-yard punt as number 13 takes the field by storm one more time. Not a terrible punt there, not going to lie. Whatever works, works though. 7:25 to go. What up, Lila? 7:25 left to go in the third quarter. First possession of the period for San Francisco. Pinball left side to McCaffrey, breaks some ankles and picks up 13. Terry McLaurin to the Raiders? What? Surely not. Surely not. Is that legit? It might be. First and 10 again for San Francisco. Then a sluggish offensive day for the 49ers. Brock Purdy sets and fires another first down. Catch is made. That time Jawan Jennings, it looked like. Huh. Hey, take care, Embers. Appreciate you tuning in. That would be crazy if true. 2 tight ends set this time. First and 10 handoff back to McCaffrey, who breaks free from the initial gap. And that's a pickup into enemy territory. 12-yard gain to CMC, churning out the yardage. Yeah, let me tell you, Arturo would be ecstatic. Surely the Raiders would have to win a game if that were the case. We'll see. Brock Purdy on 1st and 10. McCaffrey in motion behind him this time as he gets the football inside. Little wide receiver screen, picks up 10. And not quite the full 10. 2nd down and inches coming up. CMC beating me in fantasy and pick'em, yeah. I suppose I can win one, but not the other in all likelihood. We'll take it. Ricky Pearsall gets his paws on that one. Kyle Juszczyk in here as a wide receiver option for Brock Purdy. 2nd and inches, playbook wide open. And the fullback gets the catch, but he dropped it. Right through his hands, incomplete. Looks like that was Darius Williams again, who broke that one up. 3rd and inches. There is an NFL game today. Chargers-Lions from Canton, Ohio, the Hall of Fame game. 8 p.m. Eastern. Ball up to the Ram 40-yard line. Here goes Purdy off the bootleg. Pressure in his face. Steps up and he's sacked again. Byron Young and Omar Spates. And the Ram defense, through trials and tribulations, get off the field without giving up any more points. Starters will not be, no. Even backups will be rare to see in the Hall of Fame game. Should get some DJU action, though. Maybe some Trey Lance as well. On for the punt, Thomas Morstead. Niners come up empty once again. This one angling out of bounds at the 19. And Matthew Stafford got a long way to go to tie this game up. At this point would take any points. If only every possession was a 2-minute drill. For Matthew Stafford, the Rams might never come off the field without points. Hampton's playing, that should be fun. I think he'll be a pretty standout rookie. We'll see. Crucial possession here for Los Angeles. They open up from the I formation. Michael Williams with the deliberate sack. What a hit in the backfield. Matthew Stafford never stood a chance. And again, the Rams' offensive line continues to be the reason this team cannot flourish. Probably would have won in week 1. Might have put up a better fight in week 3. Rams would at least be 500 with a competent offensive line. Stafford knows, though, not anytime soon is that happening. Tyler Higbee going to try to provide some extra protection. 2nd and 18, handoff goes to Williams. He's only going to get back 4 of the lost 8. As time gets away from the Rams, even more so. Very big defensive affair. NFC West teams really haven't scored a ton this season. Arizona put up 20 in week 1. Niners put up 23 in week 3. Can't think of anybody else that's really scored a ton, though. Maybe Seattle against Pittsburgh. They lost that game, though, in overtime back in week 2. Stafford steps up on 3rd and 14, nearly picked again. Would have been a devastating turnover there. Stout had 2 hands on the football and another drop. Tom Grossi already with a bit. Of course, that dude just pumps out content like it's blood in his veins. Ethan Evans again been the man of the hour for Los Angeles. This is his best work, though. Will be returnable from the 42 and up to the 49 of San Francisco. All the Niners need is some points to pull away here. 14-7. Still the advantage, the same as it was at halftime. As we take a look at our live poll once again, 13 votes in, 54-33 to 8 is the breakdown. And here we go. Best starting field position of the second half for San Francisco. They begin with a handoff to McCaffrey, and again, limited to just a yard. Kello Witherspoon that time makes the tackle. Yeah, is this news true? Is he now a Raider? Or are those rumors? Could be. Ball back to the midfield stripe. Brock Purdy trying to find his first deep ball of the football game. Pass down the middle. It's intercepted. Omar Spates for the 2nd week in a row. Whoa. And the game flips again. Wow. Crazy. Rams come away with their first takeaway into double coverage, looking for McCaffrey. Omar Speights meets him at the break. I just happened to have a minor stroke during that play, unfortunately. But Omar Speights says, I don't care who's in the booth saying what. Rams come away with the takeaway. CMC ain't living that down. Perhaps not. Got to get back to running the football. Niners turn it over. Consecutive weeks again. Brock Purdy been a turnover machine. That is not what they pay him the big bucks for. Outside pass caught by Higbee, taken down by the ankles. D. Winters. Damian X2 with another $10 donation. Bills Packers Super Bowl 2026. Certainly a possibility. I got the Ravens and the Eagles with Philly going back to back. Another appreciated dono, boss. Devontae Adams to his left and Williams to his right. Here goes Stafford on 2nd and 3. There's Puka Nacua. First down, Los Angeles. Rams again. Omar Speights, channel legend. He absolutely is, man. No doubt in my mind. As we get inside of 2 minutes here. At the conclusion of the set. Rams defense trying to give their offense a chance to tie the game. Stafford on the RPO, left side, caught by Adams, trying to break a tackle in the open field. Can't do so. Still picks up 5. Good choice there from the veteran mind of Matthew Stafford. Game is going by very, very quickly. Nearly into the 4th quarter. Don't forget to like this stream in the name of Damien at this point. 90 seconds left in the 3rd period. 1 touchdown away from a tie ball game, but Fred Warner stands in between that and the end zone. What a hit again, a loss of 3. And it just feels like the Rams take 1 step forward and 2 steps back every possession. Will Mahomes regress this year? Not any more than he has, I feel like. Rams going to lose a couple there on a 3rd and 8 now. Matthew Stafford try to find the 23. Pocket collapsing, downfield passes, he overshoots Adams again. Good coverage there by Malik Mustafa, but really not a very good ball from Matthew Stafford. Field goal unit comes on. Rams try to add to their total. Joshua Carty is on for a 48-yard attempt from the left hash. Kick is on the way, and it is through. All right. Lead is cut down to 4. Wide open, yeah. I would say momentum's completely gone. Not looking great, though, especially after that interception. Omar Speights, though, proven to be the hero time and time again. There you have it. Roughly 10 minutes away from the Hall of Fame game. Kickoff usually starts a couple minutes late, though. Might be right on time. San Francisco has their lead cut down to 4. Have not had a slim lead like this all day long as they led 7-0 from right around the jump. I don't think Mahomes regresses anymore, but that's because I'm a Jalen Rose fan. I don't think he will. I mean, truthfully, I feel like he's hit like a plateau in his career. He's just going to flatline at the very worst from here on out. He has too many good tools around him to play that bad at his age. We'll see. First and 10, hand up to McCaffrey up the middle again. That's a 4-yard pickup, barely up to 50 yards on 14 carries. What up, Flash Gordon? Looks like he'll be watching the Hall of Fame game. Who wouldn't be? Football's football, man. Cannot wait for it. Looking forward to that much. 3rd quarter coming to a close. LA trying to keep their momentum. Hand up to McCaffrey again. It's a 1-yard pickup. That'll take us to the 4th quarter. Niners 14, Rams 10. Huge 3rd down opens up the 4th when we come back. And right back we are. We don't do commercials around here. Best believe that. First play of the 4th quarter, and it is a big one. Brock Purdy on a 3rd and 5 from the 30-yard line. Steps into this one, caught by the backup Luke Farrell. And that's a pickup. Up 10. What up, EG? Back from trading again. Hopefully didn't miss too many more. Hey, man. Glad you could make it to this one. Fourth quarter should be all you need to get the synopsis of a very defensive game. Each quarterback throwing an interception. What up, Trex? See if McCaffrey stays put this time. The answer is no. Always in pre-snap motion, it seems like. Little sidearm pass is incomplete. Nearly had that one. Brandon Ayuk was the open target that time around. Matthew Stafford watches on, hoping for another turnover that his defense can force. And if that's the case, that would help them out greatly. 49ers, though, well in control of the possession and the time remaining. As Purdy through a tight window again, caught by McCaffrey. Omar Spates all over him. 4-yard pickup. Very minimal there. As again, time continues to run. Rams have got to get the football back ASAP. Down by 4. Have not had it this close since it was 0-0. Can their defense get off the field one more time? Late blitzer coming, 5-man rush. Purdy, though, going to step up, take off, and pick up the first down through a big hit. Cameron Curl, the former Commander, right through the chest of Brock Purdy. Although he has taken some brutal hits this year and stood right back up. Got to feel the rush of adrenaline in a positive way that time. Niners across the 50. See if they elect to exercise their running game a bit more here. Once again, Brock Purdy has different plays. Downfield incomplete, and a whole lot of contact there. No penalty marker. George Kittle nearly upended completely. Shocked he kept his balance, actually, in midair, but it happened. What up, Billy O? That is something else. Looks like Kyle Juszczyk back into the game here, acting as a target for Brock Purdy, who steps into another one, caught by McCaffrey. A modest gain of 7. Yes, already talked about Madden 26 coming out a bit earlier. The projected opening game for that is Broncos-Eagles. Bo Nix and Jalen Hurts would be absolute cinema on a game like Madden 26. We'll have to wait and see, though, if it could happen. Third down of the possession. Niners trying to convert one more. Outside pass to a wide-open McCaffrey. He does it all. That one picks up 16, and it's really starting to hurt this Ram defense. San Francisco into range. McCaffrey catch is saving me. I anticipated this based on last week, though. 6 Rams on the line of scrimmage again as they drop 2 in coverage. Again, the open man, Brandon Ayuk. Ball down to the 10. That one's 13 for number 13. Whew. Halftime show broadcast packages? Yeah, I can't wait. Scott Hansen halftime's going to feed families. That stream's going to be once in a lifetime. Can't afford to miss it. Hope to see you guys there. George Kittle in motion here. 2 tight end set again. Means the handoff goes to CMC. Rams all over it again. And an injury to their defense. It looks like that was Hamilton who made the tackle. That goes down. Unsure of what the injury could be. Got a fantasy team or not? Not yet, but hey, if you finish top 13 in the pick, could be you. Majority today rooting on San Francisco. Select handful, though, with the Rams, myself included. Their defense makes another good play there on McCaffrey. 2nd and 12, check down pass caught by Pearsall. Hit hard after a 6-yard pickup. Brock Purdy up to 200 yards passing. How about that? Not a Broncos fan. I do like Bo Nix. Should be a good game between Eagles Broncos. I would agree. Kittle touchdown, please. We'll see if he can find the end zone. Looks to block here for Brock Purdy on a 3rd and 6. Pass down the middle, caught by Ayuk, and that might just be it. San Francisco with a marquee drive. And when the troops need lead, Brock Purdy there to command a terrific touchdown drive in the 4th quarter. That might be ball game. 6:06 to go. I wonder how long that drive took. If I had to guess, it was a little bit under 5 minutes, but even still, 4 third down conversions that drive. 2 3rd and 6s and 2 3rd and 3s. Brock Purdy, every single time, found the open man. Jake Moody's extra point on the way and good. Niners lead is 11. And that was nearly a 5-minute drive as projected. Wow. That's crazy. Game starts at 5. We should be done somewhat soon here. We'll see. Whew. Yeah, this stream's been crazy, man. That is something else. Rams going to need another miracle here if they want to pull out their second victory of the season. Return out to the 29-yard line. 6:01 to go. 28 people? Yeah, man. Been a heck of a stream. I mean, we have a stream like this with a $200 donation. And our last stream, we had 67 people in here at once. Christopher Cleveland in the chat. Where's Ty Feldliver today? That'd be great, man. 6 minutes to go, and the Rams need to have 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. Matthew Stafford going deep, and a good start caught by Tutu Atwell. That picks up 21. And again, the best work of Matthew Stafford is when his back is against the wall. That one already an electric type of play when it matters most. Again, time is against them. Rams have not led in this game, and it's not looking likely. Here goes Stafford again, lofts one downfield, swatted away by the left hand of Fred Warner. What a goobus, $200 from Madden live stream is wild work. Amen. I don't understand. Again, I've reiterated time and time again, I do this for free. The dono button's there if you guys want a little extra, but 200 is ridiculous. 50 yards away from a touchdown that could flip this game on its head. Stafford again through the seams. That's caught by Davante Adams. Another big hit from Fred Warner. Former Packer starting to line it up here. What up, Scott Campbell? No problem, man. Glad you could tune in and enjoy this. Snyder's trying to get back above 500 after a slippery start in the opening 2 weeks. Stafford once again from the shotgun. Been electric in this formation thus far this possession. Puka Nacua in motion. Pass back to Davante Adams. Good block out in front. 3 consecutive first downs. Rams heating up. Better be mainlining Gatorade? No, for real. Gotta have that happen. Get that bag, bro. Hey, the bag has been got. It has. I'd say the bag's been given, not really earned, so to speak, but hey, to each their own. Atwell and Nacua to the right side of Stafford. Adams up top with a handoff goes to Williams, and Fred Warner ready from the jump. Him and T. Winters all over it. No gain and more time. Ticks off the clock. Now they want to use Adams, yeah. No joke. 4 minutes left in regulation. Looks like Parkinson is the fullback here. Left side pitch to Williams, and again, Fred Warner. 1 yard loss is Quan Martin right there as well. Makes a terrific play. It's 3rd and 11. Fortunately for the Rams, they can't afford to kick a field goal. If push comes to shove, they would be down 8 points, but would obviously favor the touchdown. Matthew Stafford into the no huddle here. 3.5 to go on 3rd and 11. Stafford backing up. Pocket well protected. Down the field he goes. Caught by Adams, and he's going to find the half-yard line. Almost got to the end zone on the second effort. One heck of a play, though, to catch the football, shake off the defender, turn upfield, and get oh so close to 6. Diabador Lenore and Renardo Green, not enough there. Goal-to-go situation here for Los Angeles. Stafford looking for a quick fire. Nobody open until now off the back of Williams. He had a touchdown if he simply turned around. Oh, that's all he had to do. We'll see you, Santorio. Appreciate you tuning in, boss. Celebrating the 3-month anniversary of your membership, or maybe I think it is 3, heading into month 3. Another head scratcher here. Matthew Stafford from the empty at the 1-yard line. Pocket collapses. He has to get rid of it again. A lot of contact at back of the end zone again. Tutu Atwell being toyed with in this game. I get that Williams hadn't been good, but man, you can get a yard out of me from the 1-yard line. See if he gets his number called here. San Francisco doing a very good job, though, inside their own 10. Forcing another third down. Outside pass into traffic is caught. Number 2 for Tyler Higbee. Boy, I thought that would draw a flag. Doesn't matter, though. Rams get the touchdown they needed. And before the 2-minute warning, that's what matters even more. That is a very important play. And even bigger now comes the 2-point conversion. I don't know. Why not run to the 1-yard line? I couldn't tell you. Watch the run here, though, how much you want to bet. Rams going to go for 2, trying to make this a field goal game in the late stages of the fourth quarter. Higbee in pre-snap motion. Stafford goes end zone wide open. Davante Adams. And we are back within 3. As close as it has been since the first kickoff. Madden refs don't care. That would be a true statement. So it seems. 2:42 left to go. Rams have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. This game is far from over. Not going to kick onside. Really no point. Overtime or game-winning touchdown. We'll see. Will they even get the football back? That's the question. San Francisco going to try to deny them that chance. Return out to the 25 as 4 more seconds come off the clock. Brock Purdy is in charge of making this drive matter. 1 play before the 2-minute warning, and then the Rams could start to burn their timeouts. What does a Kyle Shanahan playbook look like in this kind of circumstance, though? We have to ask ourselves. Biggest drive of the game here for San Francisco. Lead has been trimmed down to just a field goal. They begin with a handoff to McCaffrey, who's got the first down. Very important opening play will take us to the 2-minute warning. Niners get the first and 10. Think we're getting an interception? I don't think so. We're a little bit too late for that. What a more Rob got? That will take us to the 2-minute warning. Niners hanging on to a 3-point lead. Going to end the live poll here. 58%, I believe it said, in favor of San Francisco after 24 votes. Fresh out of the 2-minute warning. Kyle Shanahan playbook calls for another handoff to McCaffrey. This time picks up 2. Rams take their first time out. Finally time for NFL. That it is, my friend. Isn't everybody just the most excited? 1:57 left here. Can the Rams find a way to get the football back into the hands of Matthew Stafford? But a much better second half than first, all things considered. Just might not have the opportunity. If McCaffrey can break one free here. Outside, he's spun down. 2-yard pickup. All comes down to this. The first game of the pick'em, always the most important. 21-16. Could be a lot of happy campers in chat today with that conversion. Will that happen, though? 3rd and 6. Rams still have one more timeout. First down going to end the game. Screen pass to McCaffrey. We'll call it there. Niners to 3-2. 3 consecutive victories as they move the chains with the man who's done it all today, Christian McCaffrey. I suppose they'll salvage some more fantasy points to end it. May as well. That's a very realistic kind of play call in that circumstance, I feel like. Nothing wrong with that. Brock Purdy going to hit victory formation. San Francisco, after a miserable start to the season at 0-2, has found their stride from the end of September to the beginning of October. They improved to 3-2. They will have the lead in the NFC West at the conclusion of this week. Low-scoring game, great defense, though, from both teams. I believe we had 7 combined sacks, 2 interceptions. One heck of a game there. McCaffrey going to look to add to his rushing total here on 2nd and 11, which he will up the middle. That's a nice way to end this one off for him as he gets over 70 rushing yards. Niners going to get to 2-1 in the division as well. Rams will drop their first game in the NFC West. They will pass the Bucs as well, get to the 3 seed in the NFC. Purdy in victory formation for the final time, and that should be that. Rams are going to fall back down to the bottom of the conference with that loss. Was the Packers for a couple of days there. Not for long, though. Rams the first team, so 1-4. Time is going to expire here from SoFi Stadium as the Niners will punt this one away one final time, unable to be returned. And San Francisco has won 3 in a row. They get the 21-18 victory over the now 1-4 LA Rams. And that will put a damper on this one. Take a look at the player statistics here this week. Very quiet day for quarterbacks. There are your running back stats, McCaffrey and Purdy, with rushing touchdowns, and your receiving stats. CMC had the most receptions in the game at running back. How about that? Another terrific stream. Shout out to Damian, man. Unforgettable. And everybody else involved as well. Really do appreciate your guys' viewership. Enjoy the Hall of Fame game, everybody. We'll see you Saturday for a doubleheader.